What is up, guys? It is Sunday the 22nd of May and this is your tech news roundup. So I'm going to start off with some news that isn't actually all over the news. It's something that hits a bit closer to home, and that's that next week Robot Arena 3 is officially being released. Now, this isn't a game that's like Fallout 4 or FIFA where it's eagerly awaited every year, but there is a small community of very dedicated people, such as myself, who are really looking forward to this. And the reason is, I used to watch Robot Wars when I grew up, and that's coming back as well this year. Actually, can't wait for that. No confirmed date, but once that is out, I'm going to be watching all of that. So, and Robot Arena is kind of that thing that encompasses it all. It'll cost $20 US/£15, depending on where you live, and then you can use that to determine how much it'll cost in your own currency. Now, it will come out on Thursday, the 26th of May, and I cannot wait to play it. Robot Arena 2 came out 13 years ago, and I still play that to this day. It's a little bit sad if I'm being completely honest, but hey, when you're looking forward to a game, you're looking forward to a game. You know how Japan are known for taking things a little bit too far, whether it be technology or things you can put in vending machines? Like, you can literally just buy a phone out of a vending machine in Japan, like, because why not? Anyway, in 2020, they are hosting the Olympics, and most people would be fine with, you know, a massive fireworks show featuring loads of explosions and some pyrotechnics. Japan, want to never be happy though, have decided what they want is a man-made meteor shower. That's right, Japanese startup company Star Ale, or Star Ale, depending on how you pronounce it, are making their own meteor shower in a show that is called Sky Canvas. Now, for this to work, they've launched microsatellites into space, and they've only just started, you know, 2020, it's 4 years away, so you need to get going, basically, right? These contain source particles, little special pellets, and depending on the satellite, they'll contain between 500 and 1,000. The idea is, when these microparticles are thrown into space, thrown back towards Earth, to be more specific, they will ignite, shine really, really brightly, and look like a meteor shower. Now, unlike a standard fireworks display, which can be seen for a few hundred meters around, this can be seen for kilometers, and they're expecting roughly 60 million people to see it live, like in person, because it's massive, this thing. It's crazy. Like, imagine 60 million people seeing a fireworks display, right? That's basically what it is. Now, luckily, due to the way the setup works, if it's a cloudy night, or if there's a reason they can't launch it, they have a 100-minute window in which, before the display is due, to say, actually don't do it, it will fail miserably, which is always useful. You can get a lot done in 100 minutes. You can start a book, eat a meal, buy almost anything you could ever want if you have enough money. Like, I mean, realistically, you could buy hundreds of things in 100 minutes. Like, easily like 60 things a minute, right? Depending on the size of your car and if you're just like going through clicking things. Anyway, as you'd expect, it's not cheap as each micro pellet, right? So each thing that they're throwing into space as a shooting star is expected to cost roughly 1,000,000 yen, or $8,000. And there are thousands of these upon each satellite, and on top of that, right, there's the research and development, the cost of the satellites themselves, how many of these are they going to use to test, because they can't just throw them up not knowing what's actually going to happen. They have to test them, right? It's crazy. There's so much money, and that just shows you how much money there is for the Olympics in general, right? It's the biggest sporting event in the world. Finally, Xiaomi, who are a company best known for their phones and their smart band, the Mi 5, are expected to announce their first drone, which is expected to be announced on the 25th, so on Wednesday, and depending on things like the time and whether there's a live stream, I might live stream it like I did Google I/O. That was loads of fun. Very little is known about the drone itself, apart from the fact that when Xiaomi accidentally published the app for you to access the drone, which shouldn't be possible considering the drone doesn't exist yet as far as people should be concerned, it said that it supported 4K video recording, which means it could be really good. Xiaomi have definitely been busy the last few weeks as they announced the Mi Box, the first 4K 60Hz capable sort of streaming box, as well as Mi Max, which is their new massive phone. And they also promised to be releasing phones that are Daydream compatible. Daydream being Google's VR standard. Now, things like price and specs are all up in the air, but it is thought that it might cost roughly $100 US, which, if it's 4K capable and $100, there seems to be a disconnect there. So we'll see which of those is more true. I would expect it to cost closer to like $400-500, but we'll see when it's unveiled. And I mean, we're not even sure if it's coming to the US and the UK yet, so it's definitely worth waiting until the 25th. Anyway guys, those are the 3 biggest pieces of news, in my opinion at least, from this week. Make sure to hit like if you liked the video. If you didn't, I'm not quite sure why you watched to basically the end, but thanks, I guess. All views are good views. Make sure to hit up here to see the previous video, which is my summary of Google I/O, which has lots of new things. And make sure to click up here to see a random video I haven't picked yet. And I'm not going to tell you because that would be cheating. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I feel like I sound like Jeremy Clarkson there. In the world. That's not quite it. The Bugatti Veyron is the fastest car in the world. That's more like it.